Well. Video games. I like games. Ninban, do you like games?
No, I don't know what I'm doing here.
Okay, well, that makes one of us. Yeah, we'll say that tracks. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday afternoon, evening, speed gaming. We're in week what, 5 of the season 3 of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. I am fully awake with a fresh cup of coffee next to me. I've got Dataplet on the left side. I've got Fantallis on the right side. I am Philion. That's the name I've got, and I've got Ninban here in the booth with me. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm actually doing fine, thank you. And yeah, so the race is going to start in about 30 seconds-ish. Anything you can tell us about these two runners and the teams?
I can tell you that neither of these teams have a ton of wins so far in the league, and by that I mean Dataplet's team has 1 win so far. Fantallis' team has none, but that could still lead to either a very close race or a wild blowout, hopefully on the close side. Hey, Ninban, what type of race are we doing today?
It's actually a mystery. We don't know.
Okay, but like, are we doing entrance? Are we doing swordless, or what are we doing?
It's a mystery. They're going to tell us.
Okay, that's not a lot of information to go on. I guess we can say it's not Randomizer. Is that fair?
Yes, that's very fair.
Okay,
because
good.
Randomizer will have the little EM 6.0. Something at the bottom.
It's okay. I can't remember the number either. But yeah, this is Mystery Week. It can be anything. I don't know about you, chat. I'm always hoping for a little bit of entrance, just nothing that's too cruel to the runners. But it looks like we get Triforce Hunt, standard mode,
Oh my god. Okay.
and a boots hint to start.
That's pretty exciting. 37 pieces?
Yeah. All right. Easy enough. Collect 37 pieces of the Triforce, and then, very importantly, go to the courtyard, talk to Sahasrala's brother, what do we call him, Murhadla? And do that to enter the Triforce room. So yeah.
I'm just.
You're all right. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm excited.
I'm alright. I wanted to bring them full screen, and someone did it while I was trying to do it. So thanks to whoever did it.
Yo, thanks, SpeedGaming. Looks like we get Samaria opening path. That'll be fun and or slow depending on how well these runners have practiced that strat.
Yeah, it's one of the best. It's one of the easiest, at least, I think, to master. Something like using the bombs or more complex stuff. Samaria is good, and you have lots of magic.
Yeah, there's very, very little risk of actually getting into a bad position here. Hey, Ninban, you see something else going on funny? Just in the HUD?
Ooh, it looks like we have some white keys. So, and also retro bow. So, I don't know if these are actually small white keys. I'm not sure, but we got at least a retro bow, so they're going to need to find arrows in a shop.
Or it's Triforce Hunt, so probably don't even need a bow.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look much. But what if they want to use it?
You know what? They'll just have to deal. Let's quite seriously hope these runners know how to mimic clip and or pod potion glitch.
Yeah, I don't think Mimiclip would be that useful, especially if it's not entrance and GT has a high number of crystal requirements. But yeah, pod Mimiclip is always good.
Mm-hmm. So looks like Dataplet picked up some time there, just going for a basic 2-pot strat. Oh, well, Fantallis sat there trying to get 8 Samaria block hits. That can take a while.
Yeah.
But hey, Fire is going to be worth it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make the rest of Escape even easier. And you know what we saw as well? When they collected the big key, there was a text box that said, "Hey, this is the big key of this dungeon." Yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. But that also means that big keys are shuffled.
Good. That's I said good, but now that I think about that as a runner, that's kind of a scary position to be in. Triforce Sound has that weird quirk where, like, you don't necessarily need to kill your bosses. You only have to get through part of the dungeons often, because you're just trying to get Triforce pieces. So maybe it makes some of those dungeon dips a little more exciting, but also a little bit scarier to leave things behind.
Yeah, if you're going to leave like 2 things behind in every dungeon, it gets a lot scarier. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and
for
chat's
some
accurately.
dungeons, oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. I insist.
Okay. For some dungeons, the big key loads virtually nothing except the big chest. Maybe the boss in some other dungeons, and like in Thieves Town, it blocks half the dungeon. So it's very variable.
Yeah, half the dungeon is like your ideal scenario with Thieves Town, where you just go, well, front 4 is easy.
And what were you saying about chat?
Oh, chat's pointing out, and correctly so, that the number of Triforce pieces is variable, and we're not actually totally sure of it right now. We know that there's always going to be at least 10 more Triforce pieces in the game than the runners need to win. So there's a minimum of 47, but it could go all the way up to 60 pieces in the pool, 37 of which they need to finish the game.
That's really interesting. And well, if they knew how many there were, that could influence their routing. But I don't think there's any way to know how many total pieces there are.
Not until the very end of the game, no, if you kept collecting and collecting.
Yeah, after the end of the game. But yeah. Seems to be going well, though. At least already 4 pieces before the end of Escape.
Yeah, got a bomb already, so we got those back 3 chests and have a bomb for the village and a bottle for Sick Kid. Okay. Well, I guess Dataplet has that bomb. Fantallis only got the 1 drop during Escape.
And looks like maps are not shuffled. So that's some more information. Maybe with a map check soon. Although I would guess they also don't really care right now which dungeons are crystals or pendants.
No, not really.
And I think the Dataplet is going for Holy Hand. Right away, yeah.
I'm flat out, I think you know this, Nidban, I'm not a fan of early Houlihan. I usually think that you can come up with enough money for the village. But when you're literally walking out of Escape with 0 rupees, I think there's some value in doing a Houlihan.
You could be right. I guess we'll see with what situation Fantallis falls in. He already has a 20 rupee just here.
$20 is it's a good start. It's not enough yet, especially when he doesn't already have a bomb. Although, if he really knows his deep cuts about bomb drop locations, there's a bush he can lift up in the village for a 50-50 shot at a bomb.
There's also a rock he can lift in the village screen he's going in now. That will give him a 50-50 shot. But no, he just went past it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Now that's probably bombs in Blind's Hut anyway.
Probably. There's never for me if I go in there without bombs, but maybe Fantallis has better luck.
No, he didn't have enough luck.
A boomerang has some of the letters of bomb. Is that enough?
No, not enough. It's missing a B.
Oh, okay. And it's got a little too much extra in other spots.
Yeah, well, I thought it would be right. Just missing a B. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
But it looks like
there we have them
Fantallis
in
is
the well.
coming just fine on the money as well.
Yeah, the extra trip to Blind's Hut is going to hurt a little bit. I think it'll make a Dataplet's trip to Houlihan kind of come out in the wash there. Dataplet, of course, getting the money on top of that. Oh, hey, we also got a mushroom at the race game. So, I don't know, probably a Triforce piece if the runners want to go do it.
So we'll see. Dataplet almost finished with his village hunt. He only has the well and Blind's Hut to do, and Fantallis is going south to Chicken's Hut. I think Dataplet's going to win the Kakariko race.
Yeah, certainly
like that. Yeah,
it looks like it. Also, Fantallis has picked up a lot of money, but he's actually still 4 rupees short of buying more bombs. Which he doesn't need to finish the village. But oh no, Fantallis, no!
Well, he's also checking the shop. It's okay. You need to check the shops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to see if maybe that's the one selling the arrow and keys.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, they're not going to be selling keys.
Yeah, I was just going to say that as well. Seems like we don't have world keys.
That's too bad, but okay. There is still that question of where can you buy the bow, or rather, the arrow that lets you start shooting the bow.
Alright, I actually forgot Dataplet still has to do Lost Woods.
That rock right there. That's the rock. That's the rock, kids. You've seen it now.
That's the big rock. Yeah. In fact, it is going to totally ignore the mushroom. Well, that's interesting.
I get why you do that if you haven't opened the wall. Like if you come that way, you go, all right.
He also didn't have any bomb, so.
Oh right, That's probably the bigger deal. It's okay. He's got one now.
Yeah, well, he's not going to come back there for a while.
No, but he's got a bomb now. He can do mini Moldorm at least.
Oh, they got another Triforce piece here. And yeah, I would have just entered back in the dam like immediately. You don't need to go and fetch the piece and then come back.
It's a lot of time to go up and down those stairs.
Yeah, and the piece will still be on the overworld. We're going to discover if Fantallis missed a big piece with the mushroom, because Dataplet is checking that right now. That could be important.
You
for
say
the race.
big piece, but aren't all the Triforce pieces the same size?
I mean, the moon pearl could be a bigger piece if you want.
I suppose. And you know what? The Triforce pieces are probably a different size than the heart pieces. So.
Yeah. But turns out it was a smaller piece than what we need.
Mirror, blue cane, Triforce piece, moon pearl.
All right. Well, that's Dark World access.
It is. My goodness. Okay. Cool. I like it.
Plus, you have the mirror, so that makes hunting Dark World a lot nicer.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I take it back. I hate it. I hate getting the mirror just after I've done the dam, because you can't do the block delete. It's really petty, I know, but it makes me mad.
Yeah, it looks like the Lake Hylia shop also doesn't sell keys. Well, not keys, the arrow.
Oh, no, it totally sells the arrow.
Oh, does it?
It was there.
Oh, okay. I was looking for keys.
I would be concerned if it was selling keys. So, Dataplet's not going to get that mirror just yet. He's going to check Gina's cave first. And Fantallis is going to use his moon pearl to go straight to the dark world.
Yeah, that's good. Already gunning for the heavy density hive cave. I'll get a bow. Now maybe you want to start accumulating that money for the arrow.
Mm-hmm. And look, there's an eastern big key. Do you just go east from here at this point? Do your pod? I guess you don't have the money to get into pod.
Yeah, that's what's going to hurt. And if you want to buy the arrow, it also costs 80.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, speaking of map checks.
Yeah. Well,
not that we were, but speaking of map checks.
We got pendants in Skullwoods and Thiefstone. Meanwhile, Ice and Turtle Rock are the red crystals.
Mm-hmm. And I think in the Light World, Eastern was a pendant as well.
Was a green pendant.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because that makes the Amos Knights worth 2 items.
Yeah, especially when it's that close to Sahasrahla.
And if there's a boss you want to do, it's the green pendant boss. And maybe the red crystals as well. But those are far enough in the seed in terms of requirements that we don't have to think about them right now.
Hey, can one of the runners do me a huge favor and just check the stun prize? Just because we have the boomerang, and I really would like to know what it is.
I mean, we can probably ask them now in the race chat, but they're going to answer us in 10 minutes. Also, let's not do that. It will.
Yeah. Also, let's not do that.
Wow! First dig. Did you see that on Fantallis?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I do respect that he's still digging, because he wants to replenish his rupees here.
Yeah.
Too many people, myself included, often are like, "Whoa, first dig item! I'm gonna get out of here." But I think he's got pod and/or Eastern on his mind.
Also, chess game in
that too.
I know he's going to get the mushroom. Very wise choice. So he
Yeah,
can save the trip into the brother's house.
Yeah, this works out well. I mean, the mushroom's flat out a time sink, but it's going to be on his mind regardless. So,
I mean, yeah, you just grab it.
it's
Unless
the
you want to really commit to missing it, but come on, it's a sphere one. It's a sphere one item. Don't just skip it.
well, and it's the kind of thing like your opponent probably grabbed it at the start, so
yeah. Well, with those myths, the hammer, the mirror, Village of Outcast certainly seems appetizing.
yeah, you get to do so much right here. You get to hammer pegs. Fantallis can use his mushroom to do a fake powder right now if he wants. Front 4 Thieves Town, you can just kind of knock out a ton of items in quick succession. There's your lamp, so you can not be afraid of dark rooms anymore.
And also light torches.
We had fire rod.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, not being afraid of dark rooms is a good thing. And yeah, also, yeah. At the beginning, you mentioned Uncle saying the boots hint, and I missed it. Do you remember what it was?
I believe it was Death Mountain.
Oh, that's interesting. And now that's Montaign's logic.
Yeah. Oh, look, Fantallis is burning his lamp. I like it. I like it.
He's burning the Smith's house.
I dislike that.
And Dataplet is farming money. Like he already doesn't have enough.
Maybe he's really focused on Zora?
What nerves? The guy already has so much more money than Fantallis, and he wants more. Not that he knows how much Fantallis has right now, but... and we get our first sword from Magic Bat.
Oh my goodness.
That's good. And I don't think Dataplet saves Khan his mushroom.
No, he didn't. He didn't. So that's... I don't want to say that is a huge swing in the race, but it does make everything Fantallis does comparatively easier. Just being able to swat enemies out of the way just saves little bits of time here and there.
Yeah. So yeah, that can be big if the other swords are well buried. But this is also an out of logic sword, so I would expect other swords to be available or powder to be available, and then our compensation means nothing.
Yeah, I mean, now if this were a regular 7/7 open seed, I would go, well, that sword is huge. Fantallis can go, and if Skull was a crystal, I'd be like, Fantallis can go beat Skull Woods right now, and he can. I'm just not sure that going to fight Moth in this case is worth the time investment for one check.
Yeah. But also, you know what? Thieves Town and Skull Woods are quick dungeons to at least get to the boss, as well as doing the other stuff. And the pedestal is already available. Look at the Triforce piece on it. That could be a progression item on this. So I think there's some merit to go and kill dependent bosses, even right now.
I want to disagree with you slightly. Ped's not available because we don't have the Thieves Town big key.
Alright, the big keys are shuffled, you're right. And yeah. And the small keys are not shuffled, so yeah, you need the Thieves Town big key, and that's all.
Oh, hey, Dataplet bought the arrow.
Yeah, there was one here as well. Which Fantallis didn't check that shop, since he already knew the arrow was in another one.
Mm-hmm. Can we just shout out Fantallis' sprite here? Yeah, he's playing as Beau the deer from Animal Crossing, which you spell Beau. But then the bunny form turns him into a bow, like the kind that shoots arrows.
Oh, that's yeah. I don't know about the character because I don't play Animal Crossing, but that's clever, especially in Link to the Past.
Hey, you know what's nice about having small keys in their dungeons is that Fantallis was able to go open that chest, get a small key, and he's able to just clear all the front of thieves right now.
Yeah.
Just running around trying to farm small keys. Crap.
Also, yeah, to answer a recitador from chat, it seems compasses are not shuffled. Well, I don't think compasses are shuffled since we haven't seen one yet. But I guess Skullwoods maybe our final answer on that whenever we find it. Which just happens.
We got one.
Yeah. So just the big keys are shuffled in the end.
Okay, that's fine. I like it. I really like that cape right there in Skullwoods.
Yeah, we're going to be able to check Bumper Cave. I hope Fantallis thinks about getting the full magic drop in the following Skullwoods home. Even if he doesn't intend to go all the way to the back. Because if there's a possibility he wants to do...
I
don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
Get the small magic. Okay. Oh, he's despawning the hand. Oh, there was a better strategy for that than messing around with the mummies. Because the upper left spot has a small magic inside.
Okay, well, we're gonna try this room again. By just getting a small magic from the jelly.
I guess that works.
Alright, problem solved. No, there's a large okay, Fantallis. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not gonna be able to fire on the stuff.
Okay, just bail on this Nope. I need you. Nope. Okay.
Does he have a green potion we don't know about?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Okay, I respect his willingness to turn around immediately. Like, so many people would just stand there dramatically for a second, and Fantallis is like, right, no, I can't do that. I forgot to get magic. I'm going to leave here immediately.
Yeah, and Dataplet is doing the good stuff. He's going to get that big magic. As long as there are not too much sprites on the screen. But he's trying to get his way out of here, which was hard with all the enemies. And that's it. That's the big magic one we wanted Fantallis to get.
Yeah, that was actually really important heads up sprite management from Dataplet. You don't think about it too often, but it can really mess up your game.
Yeah. Oh, there's a big key here, and I don't think Fantallis has enough magic to even activate the cave.
Aren't there magic doors in the cave that he could use?
Right, I think. Yes. There are, definitely.
The game throws you a bone if you manage to end up at the cave without magic.
Yeah. That's really good game design, actually. To have these little things that will give you just enough magic to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, here. There are at least 2. So
it's okay, Fantallis. I would have picked up the rupee pots too.
it's Cannon's Tower, big key. Okay, they probably hope they don't have to get inside there, but
yeah,
especially not the climb because it's a long climb before you have any chest to open.
Yeah, if that happens in a mystery seed, something's gone very wrong. Probably the GT entry requirement was lower than you'd want.
Yeah, I think basically the lower your GT requirement is, the more chances you have to go through it, because it has more chances of having items that can unlock other locations, but you typically don't really want to get inside, especially if it's a 7 crystal entry.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ninban, you remember where the boots are?
That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Dataplet is going.
Mm-hmm. And he can get everywhere on Death Mountain except what, Ether Tablet and Mimic Cave?
And the rest of a Hookshot Cave. Well, the Hookshot Cave entirely, since he doesn't have boots yet. But let's say he gets boots.
Well, it's fine because Hookshot Cave is Dark World, not Death Mountain.
Oh right, yeah, I always forget about that. I think I think it's bad naming, but I'm not the dev. Yeah, I mean,
I think we file it under historical reasons, and just leave it at that.
Yeah, I guess. And we get another big key in Spectacle Log. I'm excited to see which one it is. Could be interesting, for example, if it's the Hera big key.
I would love if it was the Hera big key. I mean, if we had Hookshot right now, the runners would just clear out the top of Hera looking for items, but
yeah, they don't. So the big key would give them access to a few of them.
Skullwoods, I hate it.
Yeah, this is one of the bad big keys. It's not bad. It's not too bad because coming back to the big chest isn't too long. It's not like Ice Palace, but it's annoying to get it after doing Skullwoods.
Yeah, it's easy to do when you're back in the Dark World. So Fantallis can't go to Pod because he's out of money because he bought that arrow. But is he going to Pod? Is he going to Sahasrahla? Can he just get his money from the back of Eastern in that rupee room that everyone forgets about?
I mean, isn't there 90 rupees? I think that should be enough.
Yeah.
But you hopefully get enough money in the back of Sahasrahla. There's 3 chests, so that makes it a bit faster.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Okay. Not a bit deciding he doesn't care about the shield. I like that. And Fantallis is going straight to Eastern. He doesn't even want to pay the 10 rupees to the monkey. He says, screw that. I'm gonna come back here when I have enough for the full service.
Yeah, I mean, if he remembers that 90 rupee room, then he can hop back down to the hospital, turn in the green pendant, and use the portal to come back.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's not efficient, but it's like the least inefficient way possible, given his money. Okay, who is putting all these big keys in plain sight? Can we just not?
And now I think that Dataplet is doing a very bad play doing Spirative without the boots, which are in Paradox.
Oh, I hate that this is probably correct.
I have 8 chances on 8 of being correct, so I'm gonna say I'm correct. and I see them in Paradox. And now I'm mad that Dataplet is doing this first.
I was really hoping that powder was going to be the boots for you.
That's his first sword, I'd say, if he ever goes back there.
Yeah. He turned in the smith already to get his shovel, so that makes it a little less likely. But still plausible. Ooh, Fantallis having a hard time with the skeletons.
He spawned all 4 of them.
That's not what we like to see. And of course, normally when that happens, you'd switch to your bow. But Fantallis is desperately trying to conserve his money right now.
And a second sword in Eastern. Now we see Dataplet getting the boots in the next few seconds.
Do we? There we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
As expected, yeah.
Also,
He also
Blue
gets a
Nail,
blue nail, which is good.
And I think he got 3 Triforce pieces total there. So I have to imagine Fantallis, if he remembers that Boots hint, is going to do Death Mountain, kind of soon-ish. But for the time being, Dataplet's going to have a time advantage, and especially with a rupee advantage if he comes to this eastern area. He could be looking to make up significant time. Hey, Ninban, how did Dataplet just switch to the regular arrows even though he got silvers?
He just switched the bow and arrows?
Yeah. He used quick swap to swap from silvers to regular arrow.
Oh, I mean that's normal. You press L and R at the same time, and it just happens.
It's absolutely normal. It's just a hidden feature of quick swap that no one told me about until 3 weeks ago.
Oh, well, it's the same thing if you have, for example, the flute and the shovel,
Yeah.
Good.
No one told me about that either.
For you. But yeah, that's very useful, especially with a head hobo, because, well, the normal shots, they cost 10 rupees, but the silver shots, they cost 50 each. So you want to conserve your money. And most of the time, a single shot is more efficient than a silver shot.
Speaking of money, Fantallis ran out, did not get more from the back of Eastern, so no pot on the horizon for him.
He at least had just enough to kill the red Igor, because I was a bit scared for that. And yeah. 4 crystals on the GT.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Are they all already accessible? No. No, we are missing some big keys. Some important big keys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're not even thinking about GT right now.
No. We can go beat Ice Palace.
Yeah, that would also be in logic, since we have the big keys.
I'm sure there's also actually good plays we could do.
Yeah, but that's the only one we could really do. So probably not worth it to think about GT yet. And Fantallis is getting the 3rd sword on almost. That makes Eastern with 2 swords.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen someone up 3 swords over their opponent. In this case, I think it's kind of working against Fantallis. Like, yay, he's got 3 swords, but he is 4 Triforce pieces behind. And those swords don't really do anything for him at this point. Oh yeah, there's flippers in EP. Those are fine. I think the more important thing is Fantallis is finally going to go to the mountain now. I like this though. He knows he's going to get boots on the mountain, so he's checking Lumberjack Cave to make sure it's nothing important. And it's another big key in plain sight. Can we?
Come on.
I'm just so mad. There aren't even that many big keys in the game, and there aren't even that many plain sight, like, go out of your way to go pick it up locations in the game, and yet so this is where Dataplet's treasure trove of rupees really works out for him. He's picked up so much money, including with that farming that we were a bit skeptical on earlier. The farming at Arrow Game, that he's still got over 250 rupees after paying Kiki. And with all the bow work he's going to have to do in Eastern and Pod, that's actually going to be fine.
Yeah, so now that we have Dataplet in Eastern, he's at least gonna get the 2 swords, which, well, if he decides to go to the boss, which I think he will.
Well, he skipped Sahasrahla earlier, so...
Oh yeah, that's definitely his intention.
I think that's a signpost.
It's kind of hard to say who's ahead now.
I want to say Dataplet right now. Actually, I don't want to say anything till Dataplet does Pod. I want to say Dataplet has a serious position advantage because he's right next to Pod, which has, 6 items if the big key is shuffled. But we'll see how that actually plays out in practice. Like, he's 4 pieces ahead right now. Fantallis is going to close that gap with Paradox Cave and... what was it? King's Tomb?
What was in King's Tomb? Sorry.
There's a Triforce piece in King's Tomb.
Oh, okay.
I think we saw earlier that it was Ether Medallion to walk into Turtle Rock as well, which I think is fine. It prevents either runner from getting trapped into dipping Turtle Rock and spending way too much time there and getting none of it. Or nothing out of it.
But also Turtle Rock is a lot of items. It's 6 including Mimic Cave.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably one of the best dungeons I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, you couldn't beat Trinex. But again, this is Triforce Hunt. We're not going for crystals.
Yeah, you don't really care about beating Trinex, actually, because you want to go all the way to Razor Bridge, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, if you can, you do beat him, but you don't really need to.
Oh my god, Dataplet. I have not seen anyone do this in so long. This is certainly a way to conserve money. It's not even that slow. Oh my god. Ben, when was the last time you saw someone do a burn Armos?
Probably myself a few months ago. That's a good strat. When you don't have arrows or you want to conserve them, it's certainly the best way to defeat them.
Yeah, works really well if you have half magic because it uses just slightly more than a full bar normally.
Yep. And yeah, Dataplet diving straight into pod as we expected. Meanwhile, Fantallis, I think Fantallis is doing the same
He is.
big mistake that Dataplet did earlier. And that is doing Sparrow without the boots.
If you want to be really judgy about Fantallis' route here, he picked up the big key from the back of Hookshot Cave, doing all that walking before he started checking Light World chests.
I know.
But I don't want to be really judgy, so let's talk about how great Bo is as a character in Animal Crossing. Like, you just talk to him, and he says the strangest things. Just things that make you go, a developer of this video game wrote that. What an interesting choice.
Yeah, interesting. Does he have Fantallis' voice, though?
He does. If you've ever heard Fantallis talk, it's got that same energy to it.
Nice.
All right, there's boots for Fantallis. There's the blue mail. Now he's pretty much caught up in terms of Triforce pieces. He's fighting his way out of this cave. I'm not sure what for. But hey, there's a Turtle Rock big key on Dataplet's side in the pod big key vanilla spot.
That's a big key. But well, it certainly opens the last half of Turtle Rock, so yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, can't do anything without Ether, but I'd much rather get that before Ether than get Ether and be wandering around going, should I dip half a Turtle Rock right now?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we didn't see earlier? Was Spike Cave.
Well, we're going to see it now. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. And Dataplet was in a good position to do it as well. You already had the tape and everything. Farming some more money.
Very good.
Yeah, so far Dataplet has been much more careful about his money situation than Fantallis. Maybe it will pay out in the end.
I think it already has, just because he's been able to.
Yeah, he's been able to
a little more
than
efficient.
AP. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, doing pod hasn't given him a ton. He's got one Triforce piece from it so far, which is not great for the time sink. But ultimately, that's fine if Fantallis ends up coming back here.
Yeah, and Ether, so that's interesting. That opens Turtle Rock.
It does.
And Turtle Rock is also a 5-6 crystal, so if they get ultimately the flute, that opens Meyer, which is the other 5-6 crystal. And together, they both open another 2-item spot.
I mean, no Ice Rod for Trinex, but...
Yeah. It could be in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Okay, so, gosh, these runners are fairly close to each other. Fantallis.
He's farming money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
Looks like we didn't fall in Hoolihan.
I've never actually tried to do Houlihan coming from the right like that. I wonder if the camera angle's just slightly off. And that means the camera kind of fixes itself.
Maybe that could happen. I think this one's gonna work better.
Oh yeah. I really like getting to the hobo this way that Dataplet just did. Mirror from the dark river, and then you can go back to the dark world and continue on your merry, merry way. Presumably he's going up to the pyramid and catfish here.
No, this is exciting. They're both almost at the same location. I like to see that.
Yeah, it's not helping yet. But it is good for Dataplet if both runners keep going to the same spots here. And as we say that, Fantallis runs back to pod.
Oh yeah.
I actually really like this catfish Zora area route. It's 5 items in fairly quick succession. And I don't want to say we're there just yet, but we're approaching that part of a Triforce hunt run where you stop thinking even about finding progression items, where you're just like, I need to just open as many chests as I can quickly. So kind of going for those high density spots right now is going to work out for Dataplet. Not that he has the money to do Zora.
Yeah, but it's alright, it's alright. What do they have left anyway? They have Ice Palace, they have Swamp, they have a couple more overworld spots, but not too many.
Well, front half of Swamp sucks, but yeah, it's there. Ice Palace, Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I would say Total Rock.
They've got Turtle Rock.
Even Ice could be interesting because it's a quick dungeon and the chests are all on the way.
Yeah. Actually, I quite like the play to Ice here. You've got everything you need to full clear it. You've got Samaria to make it go quickly. You're not going to be spending any money doing the dungeon.
Well, we just found another Triforce piece on the Lake Halley Island.
Yeah, I think you just leave that one there until you really need one last piece.
Yeah, because at this point you're not going to rod it anyway. Really, you want unless you rod it like right after dipping Swamp Palace or something. So just keep in mind.
The ideal time to get that would have been when you were also doing the hobo check. But even then, trying to get to Lake Hyley is not fun. Hey, Ninban, what's Dataplet doing here?
He's breaking ice.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how you break ice, people.
My goodness, I've been so bad at conversation for so many years, and that's all I had to do.
That's all you had to do, finally.
Oh.
You had to. Well, I won't explain all the details of the glitch, but you have to do some stuff, some pixel perfect placement. That's actually pretty easy to do. You place a summary block, you try to do a movement down, and somehow Link will not face down, he will face left, and then you try to move, and he just goes through the wall.
Easy.
I mean, if you do that in real life, you're gonna break a lot of ice. People will want to talk to you.
For those who haven't tried out Icebreaker but do want to give it a go, there is actually a wiki we have of speedrunning tricks for A Link to the Past. You can just Google ALTTP speedrunning wiki, and it'll let you find things like Icebreaker, Harapot, and conveniently it offers both text-based and image-based and video-based tutorials, so you can pick your poison on how you want to go down the deep well of glitches.
Or you just click on my link in the chat.
No, links on Dataplet's screen on the left there. And
Hey.
Bo's on the right in Fantallis' screen.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, and if you want to some Google foo from me, I got that link by searching LTTP Icebreaker. So that was the lesson of the day.
And Dataplet got a tempered sword from going to the iced tea room. So
hey, now
we're all getting things.
We know all the swords now. I wonder where Fantallis is going now. This could lead to a couple locations.
Is he going to the island for that Triforce piece? He is.
Yeah, he is. He really wants it now. And we have Dataplet in almost a bad spot. But he manages to kill Coast there. So yeah, for the reasons you said earlier, I don't think I can agree with Fantallis going for the Triforce piece here. But at least what saves his choice is that he hasn't done Hobo yet, so he's doing both at the same time. Which is fine.
Yeah, I wasn't counting. How many pieces did Dataplet pick up in ice there? Was it like 2 or 3 or?
I wasn't counting either. I thought you could. I thought you would.
No. Where's Fantallis is doing Ice Rod Cave at 57 minutes in. Okay.
Could have waited 3 more minutes and it would have been sensational. Runner does Ice Rod Cave at an hour mark.
Mark your bingo cards.
But now, 57 minutes. No, Fantallis, you just broke it. It's not sensational. But hey, it's a Triforce piece, so.
Did Dataplet check that earlier? Like, I feel like he must have.
I feel like he did as well. I just don't really remember all the Triforce pieces locations. And Fantallis is farming money, so he's thinking big about Zora, and he almost has enough money for Zora, so... Now, that's quite ironic, because Dataplet's the one who has been saving money for the run. He's been very careful and everything. But when he was in the area to do Zora, he didn't have enough. And now Fantallis he's taking a bit of extra time to get his money up. But
a bit. Why did he? Okay.
I guess he thought it would be faster this way, but not really.
All right. I mean, it's not, but okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh!
He's going for catfish.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to shout out that Skullwood's big chest Dataplet just went back for, because it had a Triforce piece.
Hey, shout out.
And right now, it's kind of like, where are the couple extra pieces the runners are going to get on each other? Dataplet's got one from the full clear of pod. Now that Skullwood's one, he's getting into a really good position.
Yeah, he only has 9 more pieces to get. So we're going on the end game here.
Okay, yeah, I see what Fantallis is doing, because he gets to do the witch and the mushroom turn-in as well. There's a lot of stuff that he gets to loop in at one point.
Yeah, so as pointed out earlier by Will Hadley in the chat, maybe even saves coming his 500 rupees if he gets nothing from
yeah. That is smart. I mean, if he saves the 500 rupees to go to Palace of Darkness, which does not work out for him, but the math of that on paper is really smart.
And Motzla having another Triforce piece.
Yeah, Dataplet is really starting to pull ahead here.
Yeah.
All right, Zora. You gonna give us the goods?
No, just a piece, but not a piece of Triforce.
Nope. It looks like Fantallis doesn't want to save Scum that, which I kind of agree with, since he got a single piece from Waterfall Cave.
This doesn't really need that money until he decides to enter GD. Anyways.
Or Pod. But again, Pod is...
he already did Pod. He just didn't kill the boss.
Did Fantallis do Pod? Fantallis did Pod. Why am I going around assuming he didn't go back there?
Ah yeah, he did. He did just like Dataplet. He went and did all of Pod except the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense, because going to Hermes Arcane is a long way.
Hey, Ninbad, remember when Fantallis had 3 swords and Dataplet had none?
I remember. And now Dataplet has all 4.
Wow. Does that mean much? No. Is it funny? Yeah.
I mean, it shows how... Does it really though? Does it really show how much Dataplet has pulled ahead? I think it's just that he accidentally, I mean, not really, but skipped the swords. Well, Fantallis did all of them earlier, but Dataplet's still definitely in the lead.
Yeah.
Another BT.
For Palace of Dark... Oh.
That's 2 items. but it's a long way.
It's a long way. And
I'm not sure I'm not sure if Dataplet is one to do it now, and I think he's going to Total Rock.
Yeah, I think that's a way better play than going back to Pod for 2 items. One of which would be Helmasaur, who's one of the slowest checks in the whole game.
I was gonna ask if you have the Swamp Small Tea, but yes, we have it. It's in that chest.
Yeah, right there. I can.
Right there.
You can't see because we don't have cameras in the comm booth, but I'm pointing at it.
Yeah. So that's a 6-item rotation as well. So it's gonna be interesting. And with the King of Samaria, you get to do it a little bit faster than before. And the payoff's already starting for Fantallis. He got 1 piece.
Yeah, the payoff is starting. I'm a little worried about what happens if Dataplet gets hookshot and Fantallis doesn't. That could just be it right there. Fantallis dives here and has to come back later. That could really hurt him. But
yeah,
if Fantallis pulls out a hookshot from here, say, that could swing things back in the direction he really needs it to go at this point.
And more pieces on the back. That would be exciting. So let's see if Dataplet still needs 8 pieces, and Fantallis, sorry, still needs 11 pieces. So. As we'll see, we're coming out to the second chest. Oh, I got a hookshot in Total Rock.
Okay.
And that made me totally miss which big key Fantallis just got.
It was kind of like the hookshot. It was the big key for the Tower of Hera.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a hookshot equivalent.
And I love Dataplet's play right here. He knows how long it takes, or how little time it takes to leave the dungeon and come back in, because he was going to mirror anyways from that hookshot check. So you just go out, you do hookshot cave, see what you pick up in there before you dive back into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, especially if it's an ice rod. That just unlocks an extra check in Turtle Rock. So
yeah, if it's an ice rod, it gives you an extra check. If it's a flute, then you can start kind of anticipating what you're going to do with that flute afterwards. And hey, if it's a Triforce piece, now you're down to 7 more you need to finish this game.
Yeah. You're not gonna get them inside Total Rock, at least not all of them. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's starting to be that question of just how few checks can you get away with at this point. There's another piece. We're getting close.
Yeah, we're getting close. Only 6 pieces that we still need to find. And yeah, Fantallis is not finding any more pieces. He got a compass from the left side, which is always always annoying to see.
That's a feels bad right there. Dataplet taking a hammering from the chain jumps there.
The big key to deserts. Okay, so 2 big keys in swamp. Not that much locations though.
So the good news is the Hera big key will push Fantallis onto the mountain. It might keep this close.
Yeah. He will definitely go to Total Rock after Hera.
That's the good news about his dip. The desert big key really does nothing for him. This is
and I want to know
Dataplet though.
They still don't even have desert ices because they don't have the book, not the fruit.
No. There's another piece in the lava chest. Turtle Rock is just loaded. 2 pieces already, plus the hook shot, directly giving you a third.
This would be interesting because even without having the hook shot, Dataplet may very well do Hera, the Tower of Hera after Total Rock anyway, because he has the hook shot.
Yeah, just do the Hera pot and get a couple checks.
Yeah, he will just be missing 1 over Fantallis, so we'll see if the bait chest is something important.
Fantallis paused there very slightly, just to think, do I want to bomb jump this? And deciding, no, he's going to go the longer but safer way.
And you just a map.
Mimic Cave has a Triforce piece.
That's good.
It's good. I mean, I always joke that the play is always going to Turtle Rock as soon as it's open. I just never mean it to be this good. This is
crazy.
This is incredible.
This is crazy. Yeah, they can have all 4 Triforce pieces on Razor Bridge, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, so for those just joining us, this is a mystery seed where the runners didn't know. Oh, there's another one. The runners didn't know until they hit go what they had to do to finish this race. Turns out it's Triforce Hunt, which means get 37 pieces of the Triforce from around the game. Dataplet has almost collected all of those, especially after this T-Rock play. And then after doing that, you have to go talk to the old man in the courtyard who sends you straight to the Triforce room.
He just has that magical power. I guess you give him the Triforce, and he uses its power to do that.
The Triforce gives you 1 wish, and he puts the pieces together, and he chooses to send you to the Triforce room. I think that's a pretty great old man. He's good people. He could send himself there.
Okay, so no additional Triforce piece on the Razor Bridge. That's good for Fantallis because he's certainly running behind. Dataplet only has 3 pieces to find.
Yeah, no, he's not going to get the one on Moldorm Fantallis picked up. He is going to get 1 in Swamp here.
And maybe more, because I think he will go to the back. He may even go to the back immediately.
I think he will. That'd be the same play here.
Because doing the left side is long.
You know, Hera just gave Fantallis a piece in the basement. That's a slow piece.
Yeah, it's a slow piece.
But it's a piece.
Mm-hmm. I think we prefer fast pieces. We're kind of, but not very speedrunning this. I don't want you to talk to me about slow pieces.
Fantallis went in and out of the cave because he stunned a dead rock, and dead rocks are the worst item, or the worst enemy in the game, because they are like pieces of rock that aren't even slow. They're flat out not moving.
Some could say they're dead. Right.
Alright. Now they get back up and they start moving again. Undead, maybe.
Yeah, zombies? Nah, this game was way before the zombie fad in video games.
Well, yeah, and I suppose the zombies in Zelda are re-dead, not undead.
Yeah.
But still not in this game. Anyways, video games.
Video games. They're weird.
And yeah, for those wondering as well, there are at least 10 extra pieces in the game. Maybe even more. Potentially up to 60 pieces total. So it's not like the runners have to get 37 pieces out of 37. That would be a bit cruel to make them scour every corner of the game for that. And in fact, it looks like Dataplet will probably never pick up the Hera pieces on his way to the end of the game.
Yeah, I would be surprised if he needs them.
If he went to Tower of Hera right now, that would be enough to finish the game, but he has no way of knowing that.
Yeah, so I would thought Dataplet's going to the back. See, there's quite a lot of items here, so... And he doesn't do... I thought he would be doing the some other stuff. Diver down. Fantallis also did not do it when he went left.
He couldn't because he didn't have the small key.
Oh yeah, right. But still. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just go two rooms out of the way. Diver down for the sake of it.
No, you're right. Yeah, but I wanted Dataplet to do it. Anyway, he got a chair. He got a shield. I disagree with everything he's done up to this point now.
Because he picked up a shield from this?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know,
that was a bad play.
The fighter shield is good in one spot in this game, and it's right outside Swamp Palace, so you can block the spear that Moblin throws.
Yeah.
Once you're in Swamp Palace, that shield's useless.
Yeah, so it's useless. But he got a piece in the Waterfall Room, which he only needs one more now to win the game.
Yeah.
While Fantallis still needs 7 more.
Yeah, Fantallis has, I think, 2 more coming in this dungeon very quickly. Maybe even 3 if you include Mimic Cave.
Yeah, always include Mimic Cave in that dungeon. Unless you're playing some other mode, I guess. But yeah.
No.
So is it gonna be a piece on August?
No.
The flute.
Ooh. That's good, right? I think.
Yeah. I mean that unlocks more progression. And
you activate the flute and then you do all the Mire area stuff and
you find a piece.
Should give you something.
You should be able to find a piece doing that. Maybe you have to dip desert, but by then you have a piece, I guess.
Yeah, I really like what Dataplet did here, which was not do left side swamp. He's not going to have the desert big key. That almost certainly doesn't matter. You're 1 item from go mode. You are not going back to check those 2 chests in left side swamp, especially when you know one of them is a compass. You just get out of there.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, because earlier we mentioned it, they both got the Lake Halia piece, so Dataplet just doesn't know where his final piece is. He's just frantically searching for it. Since he already got the one on Lake Halia Island. It's on ledge. Oh, it's on the ledge.
Great check there.
So yeah, he's just gonna flute again and Mihor to get on the ledge. And that's practically GG. He just needs to go back to Halu Castle and talk to Muhadahala.
Normally, I'm an advocate of just going straight up and not even checking that piece first, or that location first. But in this case, when it could be your last one, it does make sense to just scout it first, figure out what's up. And this is going to do it for Dataplet in a second here.
There, I think we can say, we can say GG. Ganon isn't going to spawn in the Haru Castle courtyard to kill him.
Oh, let me tell you about the ROM hack I'm not making.
And GG to Dataplet, who finishes with... he hasn't stopped his timer on time. Let me just check in the race home. He finished in a time of 1:18:04 seconds.
Well, congrats to Team Forfeiters or us who managed to not forfeit today and pick up their second win of the league.
GG's on not forfeiting. But it seems like But We're Buddies are not forfeiters either, because Fantallis is still going on.
Yeah, with 4 pieces to go, you might as well play this out, see what you can get.
Yep.
And I see Dataplet's in chat. I'm guessing he's not going to join us for an interview.
I think not. I think I've never heard Dataplet talk.
Well, I guess we're going to keep that going today. So, chat, if you want to ask questions in chat to the runner who just took the victory here, you can go ahead. So, looking back at this race, Ninban, I think it was like, I like to say close but not contentious in this kind of case, where the runners, clearly were both playing things well, but one just got a substantial lead and held it. What do you think the turning points were?
I'm not sure. I want to say Fantallis early bad money management may have gotten him to waste a bit more time in areas that Dataplet just zoom through, like that play of doing Eastern and then only coming back later for Pod because he didn't have enough money.
Mm-hmm.
And small stuff like that, I think, put Fantallis behind. Because before that, I think they were pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I think by and large that's right. I mean, I think the other thing to look back at here is that boots hint gave us a position of.
Yeah, also that boots in. I think it was yeah.
Yeah, while Fantallis was going to Eastern and Pod, Dataplet was up on the mountain hunting for the boots.
Yeah, I think that was a good play for Dataplet, and that helped him get ahead. But he did Spiral Cave without the boots.
Look, both runners did Spiral Cave without the boots. We can't point to that as a win or lose reason.
That cancels out. That cancels out, I guess.
You know what, Ninban? Just for you tomorrow in my race, I'm going to do Spiral Cave without the boots.
Okay, good. Then I know I'm going to win.
Oh, shoot! Yeah, I think that was a fair amount of the impact right there. There were other small things here and there. Fantallis' awkward magic situation in Skull Woods didn't help.
Yes.
In the early sword, didn't help him as much as it could have in some other seeds, just because this was a Triforce hunt where you weren't necessarily trying to beat up bosses at the start. Hey, speaking of swords, there's the fourth one.
Yeah, not going for the boss. He already knows that Dataplet has finished. I think he just... And he only had 2 pieces left, yeah, so I think that made sense. To just get out and doing Swamp.
He knows the boss just has a map, so...
Oh yeah, right. Because I'm not counting the items and everything. I'm trying to talk about what they're doing. But
I will say, the item counts get a little weird in mystery modes like this, because, I think all runners of this game at some level know how many items are in a dungeon normally, and how many items are in a dungeon in Key Sanity. And then you get a situation like this where maybe your big keys are shuffled, maybe your small keys are shuffled, maybe your map's shuffled, maybe your compasses are shuffled, maybe it's some combination of those, and you go, how many items are in this dungeon? I don't know.
The true way to do it is to just remember how many small keys are inside dungeons. And then there's always one map, one compass, one big key. And if you know how many small keys there are in each dungeons, then you can do all the maths.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the number of small keys in dungeons has shifted in the sense that Skullwoods no longer has a guaranteed. It's all complicated, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Did you know video games are hard?
Yeah, they're pretty hard.
All right, here's the real question. Are we going to see a diver down from Fantallis? No.
No diver down today, so we're not going to explain how it works. Just find someone who does them. Sorry.
For all that it's a terrible name for a trick, it does some pretty cool things.
Oh yeah, I like it. I love it. Well, it's okay. I don't mean to disparage our runners for not doing it. It's not that much of a time save anyways.
I think it's a substantial time save. And by substantial, I mean more than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
If you are opening the chests.
Yeah. If that's substantial for you, yeah. But it's not as much as Icebreaker or Ice Palace Bomb Jump.
No, certainly not.
So we're at one piece away from finishing the game. Fantallis also going to get a flute on Argus, and will he fall in the same situation as Dataplet and is going to flew to the desert ledge and just grab his final piece here?
I have to think so. Where else are you going to go?
Yeah, I want to see that. Or maybe a different piece. It would be exciting. Maybe there's just one in Myro Shed, and that's what he'll do. Not even grabbing the crystal.
Yeah, where we're going, we don't need crystals.
When we're going to GT.
Oh yeah, and the other ones Fantallis could have picked up would be Skullwoods and Mothula, but if you're looking at chest density, or rather, item density, since not everything is in chests here, this is going to give you more and more quickly.
Nope. Sounds like we're going for a ledge check first, and zoom into the Triforce piece. So that's gonna be it for the race. Fantallis is gonna finish in a few seconds.
No Ganon in the courtyard?
No Ganon in the courtyard.
One of these days.
One of these days, it's gonna happen. Press A. Yeah, go. So GG to Fantallis, who finishes almost exactly 10 minutes after Dataplet with 1:28:16 seconds.
Woo woo. It's okay. He hit done on race time, which is what matters. We'll ignore his timer.
Yeah, they both had the thing where that timer went past, and we have to read the official time on haste time, but it's just a formality. So yeah, the same piece for both were the fan RPs, and they had all the same items. I almost want to say it seemed like a linear seed. Except a few
it wasn't though.
divergences, they all check the same areas.
Yeah, I guess when Hookshot showed up where it did, that did give you the obvious ending.
Yeah. Like, Dataplet finished Skullwoods, while Fantallis finished Tower Hera. And I think that's pretty much the only difference between both.
It looks like Fantallis wants to talk a bit. So he's in here with us, and that deep, deep, beautiful voice. How you doing?
What did you say?
I said hello. How's it going?
Hello.
What's up?
Well, we just finished watching a very interesting race between you and Dataplet.
Oh, that's pretty neat. How was that? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it was pretty good,
Well,
you know.
Yeah,
People played the video game, got 37 Triforce pieces each.
I kind of remember that happening. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. Came up and it was like, okay, 37 Triforce pieces and you have no arrows. Okay, fine. This is you rolled two of the 10%.
Oh, I didn't look at the weighting. That's fun.
Yeah, that's 2 levels of 10%. It's 10% Triforce Hunt and 10% that no matter what, even if you're not in retro mode. I was trying to figure it out. I didn't realize it at first because I was peeking back at it and I was like, it can't be retro mode if it's Triforce Hunt. That doesn't work. But apparently it can be Triforce Hunt and still have gross arrows. Maybe the trifecta is that and also retro mode keys is possible. That's another 10%, but luckily the keys were where they go.
It's at the big keys.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't really care about full clearing dungeons anyway, right?
I think we mentioned that at least twice. So.
Yeah, it's not a big like. I find that difficult. I guess I never play Triforce Hunt, so it's a little difficult to tell. But there's got to be an art of some kind to figuring out like, do I want to wait until I can full clear this dungeon, or do I care? And my MO was like, I don't care, but I don't know if that works. Maybe not. Big question mark.
I mean, that part was fine. Dataplet ended up getting 2 pieces by going back to Skull Woods near the end, but those were 2 checks, the same as kind of any other 2 checks at that point.
Yeah. No, a couple of difficult things. Difficult getting. Oh yeah, that's the other. I hate juggling money. It's not not hard. It's just annoying,
Mm-hmm. I was rude to Dataplet at the start. I gave him heck for doing an immediate Houlihan after escape, but it had clicked for him and not for me necessarily, that you guys had both arrows, like pay for arrows and Triforce Hunt on, so your money supply was just going to be wrecked for the whole game.
No,
and that's just how it was going to be.
No 300s, no. Or did I ever pick up a 3? I don't think so. I don't remember doing it, but yeah, it was. I was trying to figure out, like, okay, well, I can do Houlihan before I go up the mountain. I can do my arrow purchase before I go to Eastern, but stuff still got kind of wrecked because nothing really wanted to supply money, especially the common prize pools. I don't think there were a lot of 20 drops out of that.
I mean,
Anyway,
I don't think anyone checked stun prize, but I'm still salty about that. So
that nobody checked stun prize.
You guys got boomerang so early.
Oh man, if it was 20s, that'd be wild. But I don't know. There was just too much else to do.
There was a lot going. Video games are hard, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
All right. Hey, Fantallis. Who else on your team is racing this week?
That's a good question. Locke is racing someone, and I feel like I should know this, but
I mean, they're your teammates. I would hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound. Is that deeply? Yeah, Locke is racing Humbug. I don't know when. I don't think they've sorted that yet.
All right.
No, it doesn't look. Oh no, they are. They're going Saturday at 2 a.m. I don't know if I'm going to be watching that one.
That's that kind of late night stream I expect from those two. So
that's 3 a.m. for me. What am I doing on Saturday at 3 a.m.? I will have been asleep for 5 hours.
Way to support your teammate.
I'll ask him about it later. What was that? Oh, I got Triforce Hunt and pay for arrows and universities. Cool.
Hey, if you can't wait until Saturday at 2 a.m., you can just stick around on SpeedGaming. Fantallis, this isn't for you. This is for like everyone listening.
I mean, I could hang out on SpeedGaming.
You could too. At 10:10 p.m. Eastern tonight, Gamatchu and Jello Ninja are facing off right here on this channel. They are doing a mystery seed as well. Hopefully not with these same settings.
Wild.
No, Wild Anaconda's in the Open League, not the Invitational.
Oh. That makes sense.
And then,
I don't know.
No, it does. It does. And then, of course, there's tons of matches Thursday, Friday, all weekend that you can just check out at the Invitational League schedule on SpeedGaming. Ninban, final thoughts.
I had great fun listening and watching to all this. And also great fun commentating with you, Farion. Always a pleasure to talk about some video games with you. And I also want to... Yeah, go ahead.
Just video games and Ninban are both great.
Okay, thanks. Then I finish.
Yes.
I want to extend my thanks to 2D Tones, who was tracking the race tonight and did a very awesome job on the tracking tonight. So that's all. And thanks to Fantallis and Dataplet for racing and giving us this show, of course.
No problem.
Are you finished?
I'm finished.
Wow,
go ahead.
I tried to say that nicely, and there was no kind way to say that. And on that note, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great night and play more video games.
Goodbye, everyone. have a good life.